Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. J.J. Levine, president of Essanté Organics. Most of you know I'm a wellness physician and chiropractor who is well-versed in and extraordinarily passionate about pH-balanced nutrition and wellness. This is one of the main reasons why our CEO, Mr. Michael Winiger, chose me as your president. It's my true honor to welcome you to the launch of Essanté Organics Probiotic pHLORA supplement. Probiotic pHLORA was developed and formulated by Essanté Organics formulation team, which includes Nobel Prize finalist and world-renowned immunoenzymologist Ron. As with all our formulators, we're keeping Ron's last name private for proprietary and privacy purposes. Ron's breakthrough enzymatic and probiotic achievements gained him the title of Nobel Prize finalist in 2001. Following this prestigious nomination, Ron began sharing his digestive knowledge and achievements via international television appearances, including Oprah Winfrey and Good Morning Canada. In addition to being a guest speaker on hundreds of radio shows, Ron has been globally awarded as a leading immunoenzymologist and expert in digestive nutrition. Today, Ron continues to meet with global political figureheads, country health ministries, hospitals, and medical universities to provide education and live nutritional blood profile analysis for medical professionals as well as lay people. His scientifically proven achievements in supportive supplementation for digestion, immunity, and blood health are unparalleled. In 2017, Essanté Organics began in-depth discussions with Ron on how to best serve Essanté Organics consumers with the finest proprietary digestive supplements on earth. In 2017, Essanté Organics launched our Daily Digest supplement, which has been a huge success. And now, with Ron's world-renowned expertise, we're equally proud to launch and outline the benefits of the finest proprietary probiotic on earth, Probiotic pHLORA, made with patented culturing technology. Ron, thank you for your astounding formulation expertise. I have several questions about this extraordinary probiotic, so let's dive right in. So, Ron, for years as a physician, I've been warning people about the antibiotic epidemic. Antibiotics are in the foods we eat, including fish, poultry, beef, pork, milk, and more. There's even antibacterial soaps, and people are being overprescribed antibiotics by medical doctors, too. If you look up the word overprescribe in the dictionary, it literally says doctors have been overprescribing antibiotics for decades. So based on my thoughts, I have a few questions for you. Do you agree with me that there's an antibiotic epidemic? And if so, do you agree that taking probiotic pHLORA every single day is critical because of the new extreme amounts of antibiotics we're exposed to? And how do you feel consuming Essanté Organics probiotic pHLORA will help the consumer's body?
So the question is there an antibiotic epidemic? Absolutely, yes, it's true. Dr. Levine, the overuse of antibiotics is truly at an epidemic level in America today. Take a look at the news reports and even product labels you'll find at your grocery and health food stores. Meat and vegetable growers must now state on their labels, no added antibiotics, etc. It's good antibiotics that are finally being addressed somewhat on product labels. But if the label isn't organic and if it doesn't say no added antibiotics, you're consuming an excess amount of antibiotics every single day you eat a meal. Essanté Organics Probiotic pHLORA should be taken every day in order to support healthy gut health and combat the antibiotics which are locked into the tissues of the fish, poultry, beef, and pork we consume every day. Antibiotics are released into the body every single time we consume milk and meats treated with antibiotics. Antibiotics destroy healthy bacteria. Antibiotics also destroy bad bacteria. They're literally bacterial killers. For this reason, probiotic pHLORA is needed and should be taken every single day to support healthy GI bacteria and flora. I recommend a double dose, which is 6 capsules of probiotic pHLORA per day for the first 3 months. Then reduce the dose to 3 caps a day. This will allow you to replace what our food sources and antibiotics within the food source destroy every single day in our bodies. Before I became a Nobel Prize finalist for my work with enzymes, I was a grocery district supervisor for a company called Safeway. I oversaw 34 stores between Montana and Wyoming over my 23 years as an employee or a manager. My training as a district manager included going through warehousing and distribution procedures of beef, pork, pig ranches, and farm produce. We learned firsthand how meat and produce are checked in at distribution centers. We learned the safety rules of commercial food production and distribution, where I found out early on how our food is commercially processed. It is truly horrifying. Almost everything is treated with antibiotics and irradiated to make it safe, to kill off the bad bacteria and flies, etc., that come in through the food source. So while antibiotic injections and antibiotic washes and radiation is common practice to ideally destroy E. coli bacteria and other things that might be harmful to a consumer, it has also had a devastating effect on the human digestive system and immune system. This kind of degraded food is not healthy for our GI tract. So it's up to us to combat this with good flora bacteria in Essanté Organics Probiotic Flora every day.
Well, thanks for that great answer, Ron. So, Ron, there's thousands of probiotic supplement brands out there, and to me, it's like they're all jockeying for the most cultures. Sometimes labels say over 50 million cultures. Now, is this kind of labeling illegal, or are they being honest with their customers? And as you give us the answer, would you please share how our Essanté Organics Probiotic Flora is measurable and superior to all the rest?
Well, this type of labeling by all the other people in the industry, it's really not illegal, but it is very misleading, because most companies market the number of probiotics based on what they start with pre-processing and pre-manufacturing. The fact is, up to 95% of the probiotics they start with are destroyed as they are put into the capsule or tablet. And taking the supplement that has been destroyed by as much as 95% seems like a waste of time and money. Eventually, I know personally, the FDA will make it illegal to state pre-manufactured numbers like all these companies are using out there currently. Essanté Organics has verifiable testing, and we list the post-production numbers, but numbers are not what's really important as far as the high quantities. Once probiotics are in your GI tract, that's when the numbers matter, when they're in the human body. Essanté Organics measures post-GI tract strains because this is what really counts. Strains with high activity versus low activity are what's important. Bacteria will not interact inside the body even if the number of probiotic strains are high unless it is a high activity strain. Strains must have protein, fats, cholesterols, etc. to make them high activity so they help to micro-digest your food. The powerful strain profiles we choose are used and proven to micro-digest processed foods and destroy parasitic, which means bad, bacteria. Essanté Organics Probiotic Flora is superior to every other product on the market because Essanté Organics has the only probiotic formula that actually multiplies and grows inside the human body after it's been consumed. We also measure the gut flora in humans who've been taking our probiotic flora formula for 3 months. And the good bacteria in the GI tract is always at least 10 to 20 times higher after 3 months. Some companies began to market specially coated probiotics, claiming the coating allows the probiotics to survive the acid stomach. Yet the coating was debunked. I personally have done the research on this. It is a false marketing ploy. Where other companies try to take advantage of their consumers with slick yet false marketing, I'm proud we're at Essanté Organics educating our consumers.
Yeah, we're really proud to be working with you, Ron. It obviously is a very deceptive thing that's going on in the industry, and I'm happy and proud that you and we were doing it right. So, Ron, what should the consumer look for as well as avoid in a probiotic? And as you answer this, will you please share how many strains Essanté Organics Probiotic Flora has, and is it all that we really need?
Yeah, Essanté Organics Probiotic Flora has 7 strains, yet there are many proprietary substrate strains within each of our 7 strains. All of our strains detoxify the body, completely digest everything in the human diet, and supports healthy GI tract flora. Our 7 strains counteract virtually all bad bacteria that could exist in the GI tract as well. Each strain has its own oxygen source, meaning that it creates its own and doesn't parasite from the human body, and it does support the complete digestive process and destroys overgrowth of bad bacteria, such as H. pylori, E. coli, things of that nature. It's perfectly complete, and it's all you need. So that's a great question. I'm glad you asked if that's all you need. Probiotic Flora supports properly balanced bacterial flora, cellular health, digestion, and elimination, including healthy gas. There is such a thing as healthy gas. And it supports proper pH balance in the GI tract system, too. And the best part is it will destroy 100% of all bad bacteria like antibiotics do. Instead, you will support overall health and ongoing immunity.
That's powerful. That's really powerful. So, Ron, in other ways, or really what ways, is Essanté Organic Probiotic Flora superior to other brands? And important, I'm sure our listeners are going to want to know this, is our process patented?
Yes, Essanté Organic's Probiotic Flora contains cultures that cultivate, grow, and multiply inside the human body after you take them. No other brand has this capability. Nowhere. Essanté Organic's probiotic formula is the one and only brand in the world that does this. Our growing and culturing technology process is what makes this all possible. Our confidential, proprietary, patented process technology allows Essanté Organic's healthy bacterial strains to grow and multiply in any environment, including inside the human body. No one else's probiotic product can do what ours does, thanks to our patented process. Essanté Organics utilizes unprecedented science and technology to create superior functionality in our probiotic flora and in many other formulas.
So, Ron, you and I know that there's many healthy bacteria strains. Which healthy bacteria strain is the most expensive as well as the most aggressive of all of the good bacteria strains, and do we have it inside our Essanté Organics Probiotic Flora?
Yeah, I've personally done a lot of research on this, and L. salivarius is the most enzymatically diverse probiotic strain known anywhere in the world. It is also difficult to produce, and for this reason, it makes it one of the very most expensive probiotic strains, bar none, anywhere. Most brands do not include L. salivarius in their formulas. It's simply not on the label because it's too expensive. The reason Essanté Organics places this strain at a high level inside probiotic flora is because it is the most aggressive strain in the probiotic world today. Because it's the Hercules of all healthy bacterial strains, it is the highest in activity in enzymatic diversity when compared to all other strains, meaning it destroys bad bacteria and changes the GI tract environment far more rapidly than any other strain or product out there today.
Wow, I love having that Herculean enzymatically diverse probiotic in our formula. That's awesome. So, Ron, as a physician, I've worked with countless male as well as female patients for over 2 decades, and I've often heard this scenario from both sexes. So, Dr. Levine, I think my body is overproducing yeast, which is obviously bad bacteria. My medical doctor said I have every issue associated with an overgrowth of candida. I have white-coated tongue, joint discomfort, ongoing fatigue, brain fog, digestive troubles, sinus issues, food intolerances, skin and nail issues, and both my immunity and mood are really low. And most of my patients didn't know men could have an overproduction of yeast, but so many of them do. You and I know women can have even more difficult time because they can suffer with recurring feminine yeast issues on top of those other issues I just shared. Now, overgrowth of yeast is a massive problem for so many men and women. Now, our field cannot legally say that supplements treat, cure, or prevent disease, yet will you please share why this happens to both men and women on such a large scale, and will you also describe how Essanté Organics Probiotic Flora supports the human body by counteracting bad bacteria growth?
Yeah, diet and stress are the main reasons yeast can overtake the body's organs, tissues, environment in both male and female bodies. Stress affects our digestive capability tremendously. Once that happens, toxicity starts to build up, including bad bacterial strain buildup and, yes, candida and yeast overgrowth. Overgrowth of yeast is equally common in both men and women now today because of the shared diets and shared household stress and work-related stress. Women experience yeast like men do, yet their vaginal area lends itself to a more acidic pH, if you will, and thus they have an added issue of reoccurring feminine yeast issues. Plus, men have the benefit of a faster metabolism usually because of more muscle tissue, and that helps to use up excess sugar that's being consumed daily in the diet, both of which can help combat yeast. Can a probiotic get rid of yeast? Absolutely, with a resounding yes, as long as the probiotic strain is sufficiently enzymatically and strain diverse. Essanté Organics Probiotic Flora is just that, and for this reason it can destroy yeast on a long-term basis. Most doctors who prescribe antibiotics are now also prescribing a probiotic afterwards for this very reason, to combat yeast and other bad bacteria from overdeveloping. Candida overgrowth is also an indication your body is too acidic. That's the bottom line. Studies show anaerobic bacteria like Candida and even some cancers can be suffocated out when your body is properly pH balanced. Even if you take a lot of probiotics regularly, there's one thing you must absolutely change is your diet if you're looking to combat an overgrowth of yeast in your body. You must reduce and almost virtually eliminate flour and sugar consumption. It's critical to alter your diet in this way for at least 2 to 3 months if you're going to even give probiotic flora a chance to establish itself in your body, because flour and sugar feed bad bacteria, including Candida. Sugar and flour keep Candida and other bad bacteria cozy and comfortable. Once you remove flour and sugar from your body, Candida and other bad bacteria literally leave the GI tract by way of your bowel elimination, and your immune system will also start to destroy and begin attacking bad bacteria too. As you take away the bad bacteria's food source, the flour and sugar, they no longer have an environment they can survive in. The bad bacteria will deteriorate and literally just eventually die off, because every living thing needs a food source to survive. Consistent probiotic and consistent diet of less flour and sugar can be 100% truly life-changing. There's another key component to Essanté Probiotic Flora formula, which allows it to be the best probiotic on the market today. Any probiotic with a high number of healthy bacteria or even high activity, like we have, will never work without a prebiotic food source. And this is what really, long time ago, really got it in my head and what I focused on and started to set me really dramatically apart. Once the healthy bacteria arrive in your GI tract, they need a healthy food source in order to multiply and thrive that's specifically geared towards bacteria food source. For this reason, we at Essanté Organics have added FOS, which is fructooligosaccharides, in our probiotic flora formula. This way, as soon as the highly activity, aggressive, healthy bacterial strains in probiotic flora product arrive in your GI tract, they have the optimal food source to feed on. The FOS food source is needed in order to grow really good bacteria and survive and multiply and flourish and change the environment of your gastrointestinal tract to be a much healthier one. Other companies have not, they really don't have access to anything even remotely close to the patented processing technology we use that allows the good bacteria to literally grow and multiply inside the body. And most other companies do not put in a proper food source at all for the good bacteria in their products. Again, everything needs a food source to survive and flourish. These two key components make Essanté Organics Probiotic Flora the best probiotic on the market today. It truly sets the bar for a platinum standard in the probiotic industry.
Gosh, I'm so excited, and I know the consumers and field are very excited about this as well. So, Ron, I'd really love to also talk about colloidal silver for a moment. And I know there's a lot of people that take it in place of an antibiotic, yet most people are unaware it destroys all bacteria, including the good bacteria we need. The good bacteria, which we also refer to as probiotics, is vital to overall health, as you've shared. Will you share your thoughts on colloidal silver and how it destroys all of the bacteria in your body, good and bad, and will you also share how our listeners can restore their body's healthy bacteria?
Yeah, and in fact, I just did a very long educational call about this, and it got pretty heated and contentious, to be honest with you. So the bottom line is, yes, like an antibiotic, it is true colloidal silver destroys, if it's a good-made colloidal silver, all bacteria in the body, both good and bad. And this can cause serious issues. And that's one of the ways that you get these tremendous imbalances of this bad bacterial growth in your body. Quality colloidal silver has antibiotic properties, meaning it will destroy all bacteria. That's what an antibiotic does. It doesn't care if it's good bacteria, like the ones listed on the label of Essanté Organics Probiotic pHLORA, or bad bacteria, such as E. coli and H. pylori. It destroys both aerobic and anaerobic bacteria, good and bad bacteria alike. It does not make sense to take a colloidal silver product and a probiotic in tandem or at the same time. It's a waste of money because colloidal silver, again, if it's a good quality product, destroys the healthy probiotic flora that you're taking as a supplement. Colloidal silver should never, ever be taken every day for periods longer than 6 weeks at a time. Your immune system has to stay active, but it can't do that if you're taking colloidal silver all the time. You're literally destroying all the things that your immune system would interact with, which makes it strong. Taking colloidal silver continuously every day for 6 weeks is proven to destroy all aerobic bacteria, good bacteria, and all anaerobic, which is bad bacteria. This mass destruction can render your immune system incapable of working and responding properly to any event that occurs in your body or specifically your GI tract. Taking too much colloidal silver is no different than being overprescribed antibiotics by your daily doctors. Many doctors share they no longer feel they have an effective antibiotic prescription anymore. And this has made world news, USA Today. This is well known for decades now. Bad bacterial strains are becoming so resistant, there is no way to stop them. The flesh-eating bacteria and all these other things you see throughout the world every now and then. The body cannot take care of old and new bacterial strains if antibiotics and or colloidal silvers are overused, especially taken daily. The immune system can literally lose its programming capability and its effectiveness of response, to the point of no return in many cases from taking colloidal silver every day. This is like taking an antibiotic prescription from your doctor every day for the rest of your life. No MD or health professional on anywhere in this world would ever tell you to do either of those things. Many years back, Oprah Winfrey featured a blue-tinged man on her show known as the Blue Man. He was literally slate gray blue in color. I don't know how many of your listeners or how many of our customers can remember and go all the way back to that, but I'll never forget it. This was due to consuming poor quality made colloidal silver every day. This action can destroy skin tissue pigmentation. The skin cells can no longer maintain pigmentation. It can also lead to melanoma, which is a form of skin cancer. There are many dangers in taking colloidal silver overused and regularly, let alone its ability to 100% negate the probiotic supplements you're paying really good money and you're making a great effort for every day.
Very scary time. So, Ron, I do have one final question for you. Should our consumers take Essanté Organics Probiotic pHLORA by itself, or should they take it along with our Daily Digest enzyme formula and our Supreme pH alkalizing formula?
Yeah, that's like asking me, do I only need a vitamin product? Do I only need a digestive enzyme? Absolutely, all three products work much better together. And in fact, they have a synergistic effect that you'll never, ever be able to achieve by taking each product individually by itself. Essanté Organics pHLORA product website expands on the benefits of each product, but in a nutshell, We need daily digest every day because cooked and processed foods lose their enzymes and their digestive capability, and our bodies lose internal enzymes as we age at a rate of 10% every single decade we live. So taking daily digest supports enzyme levels, digestion, elimination, which is critically important, and immunity and so much more. We need supreme pH too. These odorless, clear drops support proper pH balancing by alkalizing every beverage you drink. And consuming pH-balanced beverages, in turn, supports the proper pH balance of your entire body. You can take Probiotic pHLORA without the other two supplements, but taking all three products will fully support the homeostasis of all your physiological processes for optimum health.
Okay, great, Ron. Thanks for sharing your insight on the Essanté Organics Probiotic pHLORA. I know the field and our customers are really excited to get this in their hands and, more importantly, in their digestive system. It's an honor having you as part of our formulation team, and thank you, Essanté Nation. Please enjoy ordering Probiotic pHLORA from your website by logging in, clicking Shop, and clicking pH Nutrition. Your immune and digestive system need your support, and they will thank you. In closing, the Food and Drug Administration has not evaluated these statements. Products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or mitigate disease. Always consult your medical doctor before beginning any exercise or dietary supplement. This call contains general information and is not considered advice. You must not rely on this or other web or call information as an alternative to medical advice from a physician.